Coach, pretty nice effort out there overall on the weekend. What were your thoughts on this particular game?
Well, there was, hats off to the Lake because I thought they played hard. They played with great intent, back against the wall, and we got everything out of them. And there's more to come out of us because there was some, to their credit, but to our discredit, like we made the game more complicated than we probably needed to and should have, and so that's got to get trimmed up. Just it's playoff time, so all of the other things that might have worked early are kind of going to get snipped out of our game.
This is a game that had a little bit of a different feel than yesterday. What were the biggest differences in your mind?
We didn't really separate. That game just stayed close, and I thought the only one thing I would say is like when we were pushing, it was kind of a tug of war there. I liked our demeanor in the bench, and then I liked the fact that between the second and third there was really no hesitation about what the guys had to go out and accomplish and get done together. And man, Lovell saved the day. We lost Finner there during the game, and our guys stood up for him, and that's what this game's all about.
Best way to hold on to a lead is to control the puck in the offensive zone. You guys did a lot of that. Who were a couple of the lines that were going for you, being able to get that sustained zone pressure?
Yeah, I thought Hilly, Carbs, and Luch were unreal all weekend, actually. They managed pucks. They defended. Hilly won faceoffs. Carbs had some brave moments on the walls to get some, and then they stayed over pucks in the offensive zone. I think as a group, to our D's credit, they kept a lot of pucks alive, and at the same time, we might have to take a little risk out of our game here at this time of year.
To answer back so quickly after they scored each goal, I just feel like that's really kind of a crusher when you're on the road for a team like that. How big did you feel that was in being able to edge them out tonight?
Probably saved the game in some regard because we didn't get any rhythm and momentum for them. Whether we took the swing back pretty quick, and I think just in doing so, the way we did it, it was, I don't know, it was almost like we owed it to each other. I'm glad they did because the responses. That's what, as a coach, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for responses and what that means, and those guys did a good job that way.
Saw Luch Wilson do some really nice things in the puck tonight. Saw, I think, what he can do, and he has some ice. Is it pretty impressive to see his skill, show up like it did tonight in that goal?
I mean, there's never been a question on Luch's skill. It's been about, like, are we going to go play with huge team value? His team value has gone through the roof, and it's not just on the score sheet. He tracked, stopped pucks, but that's given him more ice. It's given him more situations. It's given him different line mates, line situations. So couldn't be happy for him because he's been in the grind, and at the same time, the talent is, there's no question on the ability because he's got a sneaky good stick.
It's the first time you've been playing, trying to end a team season. I feel like that's always a hard thing to do. No surprise to see their first period. I thought they kind of took it to you guys for a little bit, got some really nice chances there early.
Yeah, I mean, the shots were lopsided there for a while. Then they punched back pretty quick. They got back to even, and you know what? It's sad that it happens, but I'm glad I'm on this side of it. I've been on the other side, and that stinks. So I thought their response as a team was very good for Lake State and for Damon because that's a tough trip. They've been dealing with injuries a whole year. That's a better team than their record, no question, because they've just been dinged up a lot.
Coach, when you talk about team wins, to me this was the epitome of a team win. Everybody was involved. You mentioned it on the bench that they looked like they were confident and knew what they wanted to do. And is that a good feeling for you, knowing you're going into one and dones now, that these guys realize how to close things out?
It is. I mean, we've been in some tight ones all year long, but then when the playoff feels comes around, I think it's just a touch different. You're at that time of year where hopefully we're teaching and they're coaching each other, and we get to cheerlead on the weekend type thing. And you just want to stand behind these guys. They've got each other's backs, and not everyone had their best 8 games, which is even a brighter spot personally. That we got to find wins when you don't have your A game. You've got to come back with a B game.
I thought Alex maybe was one of those that didn't have his A game tonight. I don't know what it was. What did you see from him on the 2 goals that he gave up? Because I'm sure 99 out of 100 of those times don't go in.
Well, yeah, that first one, I think we sunk back on him and probably did all the work against him with our big butts in his eyes and didn't let him see things. And The second one's kind of a fluky one, and he was the first to say it after the game. The same way that kid wins games is how he just accepted that. He's like, hey, I didn't have my best, but we got jobs done, and you can't. That's part of being a goalie, I think. To maybe he had to have a B game. He had some fight in his game at the end of the night.
College hockey is a season of 2-game series. Now we're down to one and done for the rest of the way. Do you have to coach differently? Do you have to build them up differently in one and done scenarios?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's going to be a little bit. I mean, there's going to be some moments. I think managing a bench with one and done is you're not saving it for a night two, et cetera. But I don't know. Our depth is part of our team and it's part of our DNA and getting the best out of guys, night in, night out. So we're going to count on each other to make sure. And as a coach, you want everyone to have their best night, but it's not all going to be their best night. So when it's not, then we're going to have to figure out the matches that make best sense for us.
If you're going to play a one and done, play it right home in front of this crowd, right?
It's awesome. It's tough. We're on break, and yet that whole student end is full, and just our campus community, our Mankato community, and just the love of hockey down here. Outstanding for us to get the support we have, and we're excited to be back at home next Saturday.
Luke Ashton, how good is it when he shoots the puck? I just feel like he's got such a heavy shot, and it created a goal tonight. I don't see how anyone could control that rebound. Is that a point of emphasis for him to always shoot more?
He just can whistle it. So, to your point, the heaviness of his shot. So the rebound is probably uncontrollable by the goaltender's side of things, but at the same time, that next puck is like tonight that created the goal just out of his velocity and the heaviness and the confidence to go shoot. Right, you're a young guy. Sometimes you forfeit the puck to others, but I'm glad he's keep finding a way to deliver pucks.
Thank you.
Thank you.